Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. I started a new roleplay series on the Frankenmuth farming map, because it's a US map. Well, I guess Riverbend Springs was, but I'm from Michigan, there's bigger fields, I prefer that. So yeah, fun fact, I actually live 40 minutes away from Frankenmuth, Michigan in real life. So it's pretty cool playing on this map in 25 and 22. So we're gonna back the planter up close here, start filling up with seeds. I need to get out there and start tossing the bags in. Just throw the whole entire pallet in. I can't throw it, it's too heavy. But yeah, I need to start filling up with seeds. So we're planting corn today. For some reason it won't let me load up with seed, that's weird. Oh, because it's already in the hoppers, that's why. That's the fertilizer bin on top. Let's get the truck out of the way. I don't know why I shut the engine off. That's weird. Let's move this out of the way. Try not to put it on the road. Yeah, let's get started with corn planting. Well, let's get started. There we go. Let's see if the GPS will work. There we go. So we got auto steer on. I am running the 6R right now. It has a whole bunch of hours on it because I used it as the baling tractor to bale up the alfalfa, but probably in the next video I'm either going to do another planting video or cut the alfalfa since it's ready to be cut. But I'm baling it up. I have a massive bale storage that I could store all the bales in. But yeah, if I sound a little weird right now, it's because I'm sick a little bit, kind of have a cold, so my nose is all clogged up. But guys, just bear with me on this one. You know, I really wish they made more circular fields, which I like the square fields sort of like this, but no headlands this clean. Only a few farmers I've seen, like in real life, have headlands this clean, like directly cornered like this. Normally they're round all the way up here. They have weeds all around it. Which I wish Giants, what I wish is they had like more realistic weeds in the game that you could place down instead of modders making maps with them. I think that would add a little more coolness to the game. I just want to say, how is everybody's days going too? My day is going really good. By the time this is released, it's probably either going to be Thursday, or I might release it today, Wednesday night. But who knows? The editing process is pretty long on the videos. There we go. Let me check the seed depth real quick. The depth. Digging up a sample right now. Looks pretty good. I can't wait for the precision farming mod to come in. If it ever does come in, but oh, why won't my auto steer work? There we go. But yeah, I can't wait until that comes back. My planter's not even on, that's why. I'm forgetting a lot of things right now. For some reason, the auto steer won't work when you're backing up a tractor. And I really wish it worked on the grain cart, because I know a lot of farmers run GPS will auto steer while using the grain cart, so it could keep their tracks in line and all that. I almost ran over into the neighbor's alfalfa field. Yeah, he wouldn't know. It grows back. But for right now, I'm probably going to put it on a time lapse for the rest of this field, and I'll have more commentary in the next field. So guys, we just finished up the other field over there of corn. We're going to start in our second field of corn. This is a smaller field. I guess this one's bigger than the other one. Let's go over here in the corner of the field. Totally didn't knock down a whole bunch of telephone poles with this planter. I know you can unfold it, but I just don't really like doing it. I think it's more easier just to pull it like this when you're going down the road. I mean, you're going to hit more obstacles and stuff, but gets you there a lot. Well, I guess it gets you there slower if you get stuck, but you get what I mean. But let's get started. Okay, there we go. Lower down the planter. See if the GPS is set up. Auto steer. Yep, it is. Man, it's working. That's good. Looks like they're planting some. What is that? Looks like soybeans, but it ain't. What is that? Sunflowers, huh? Looked like soybeans for a second, but it ain't FS9. Well, not 19, but 22 soybeans. They aren't separated like that. But let's get in the cab view. I really do like the planting texture and the cultivator texture. It looks like it's actually following behind the teeth of the cultivator when it makes the ridges in the ground. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna rain later. Looks pretty cloudy out. It might. But hopefully we can get this field done before it rains. If it does, but yeah, I really like this 6R. It's in the base game. It's just that it won't have the warning signs with the row crop tire, so I had to make them fat like that. But it is what it is. The inside's pretty nice. I really like the dirt texture, and I just switched to the wrong vehicle. There we go. I really like the dirt texture. Looks pretty good. How it like clumps up on the tire and everything when it's raining out. Gets all muddy and stuff. It's pretty cool. So guys, we are currently done with the headlands. We're going to start our rows. Get in line, hopefully. Yep, and the GPS screws up the auto steer. Well, not that bad. Sometimes I forget where the lines are, and sometimes the auto steer will steer me all the way across the field to one line. I don't know why. Well, I guess it's trying to find the closest line, but when you're off that bad, maybe you should turn on the lines. But I like playing without the lines because of the realism. It's just a thing I like doing. So I did check the weather, and it's not supposed to rain. It looks like it, but there's no precipitation in the sky right now, so we're good on that. But this is probably going to be the last field that we're going to plant for today. Probably start the rest of the cornfields. We still have to plant soybeans and sugar beets. That too. We are doing sugar beets because I haven't done a roleplay series without doing them. And in real life, I'm around them a lot because I live in Michigan. They do a lot of them. So I think it would be cool to do sugar beets, in my honest opinion. I really do want to upgrade to a bigger planter, but there isn't that many US equipment in the base game and modded. I mean, there's the Case Magnum, but I don't really like using that. I'm more of a deer guy. But yeah, I'm waiting for a row crop 8R to come out with US row crop tires instead of clamp locks. But I have a feeling we're going to be a while in this field with this small planter. I think, if I'm correct, it's 10 rows. Let me count real quick. Well, I sort of counted fast. It looks like there are 12 rows. I'm not sure. I counted pretty fast. But yeah, it looks like there are 12 rows. Yeah, I really like this Kuhn planter. It's really nice. Only if it had the European warning signs taken off it, it would look really good. But yeah, I really like this Kuhn planter. Let me know, guys, if you want to see me put fertilizer, like manure and stuff on the fields. Recommendations, so when we do harvest the crop in the future, that'd be another video idea I could come out with spreading manure on the fields and then ripping it up afterwards. Because there is an international plow or ripper, shank ripper, that I can use. But yeah, Also, let me know down in the comments if you have any ideas for videos I can do. Always like reading your comments. I check every single one of them. I don't get that many on these videos, but when I do, I always check them. Same with shorts. I always read them. But yeah, if you have any ideas, let me know down in the comments. I'll try to see what I can do about that. Now, one thing cool that the person who made this map did is let me go over the water. I don't know why it's like that, but he made like a splash effect, as you can see, like all the white lines. He made it specifically for this map, which I think that's pretty cool. But the water doesn't freeze up in the winter, which it's kind of weird because normally it would. But they haven't made that into a FS game yet, which hopefully in the next FS game, that'd be cool to see the water turns into ice in the winter. But yeah, I can't wait for the 9600 series and the STS Combine mods to come out for all platforms. I can't wait until that happens so I can finally use smaller combines for my roleplay, because the only US John Deere Combine that came out, it's newer, it's the S7 series, which is a pretty good mod when you're running a medium-sized farm. But when you're running a small farm like this, the only option you have is the Massey Ferguson Combine, which is the base game one, to make it sort of smaller, but you can't run a grain cart because it's too big for that. So yeah, I can't wait for those mods to come out. We are almost halfway done with our field and our tank right now, our small little row crop tanks of seed. Might have to fill that up soon. This planter didn't take that much, probably because up here, that's where the fertilizer goes. Actually, I thought that was seed for a second, it ain't. I thought it was, but yeah, that's where the fertilizer goes. It's kind of weird that there's more fertilizer storage than seed storage. But yeah, that's kind of weird how they made the planter like that. But yeah, they should make more John Deere planters, smaller ones. Modders should, like older ones that actually, like, I'm talking about the ones from the 2000s, not the small ones, the medium-sized ones, where it used to be rows until they added tanks onto the back, and some newer planters like the DB60 and stuff. I think that would be cool. They had it in FS19, which I think the modder who made it in FS19 was trying to bring it back into 22, but he never got the chance to. You know, I'm just gonna say, every time we're recording videos, I always get a row of shame. I don't know how, and I don't know why. I always do. Well, it fix itself out. But I always get a row of shame at the end, right there. Even when I'm making harvest videos, planting videos, anything, it's always a row of shame. It's a weird coincidence how that happens almost every video I make. Well, we're done with this side of the field, and we're going to move on to the next side of the field. And I just drove into a ditch. Come on. I'm going to wreck this planter. Brand new. Well, not the year model, but when I bought it in the game. Let's start right here. There we go. But yeah, I really like GPS in this game. It really helps me out. I always had to do it by hand in 22. Well, console players did. PC's got all the nice stuff because no scripted mods are available for consoles because it's not allowed by the companies, Microsoft and Sony. But yeah, finally get GPS in the base game. Really helps out instead of thinking that you planted in a line, even though you planted in an odd shape or whatever. Just watch my FS22 wheat harvest video. I thought I went in a line until I did my first row. Well, it's a time-lapse video, but you'll see when I did my first lap, it was like a circular type thing. It was weird. It's like it had a little curve to it. It's a pretty weird way of harvesting, but I had no other choice, so I just went along with it. You know, one thing so simple, and I don't get why it's not for console players, is why can't we not have four-way lights on the tractors? Like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's no reason why we can't have four-way lights. It's only a PC thing. I don't get why we can't have that on console. It's a pretty easy thing to do. If we can have blinkers like this, then we should be able to have four-way lights. Only thing we can flash up is beacons, not the four-way lights. In the US, every farmer, if they have four-way lights on their tractor, will use them with the beacons. I think in Europe they only use beacons. I might be wrong. If there's any European people watching, let me know down in the comments if you only use beacons when you go down the road. We only got 2 more laps to go, and then we're done with this field for the day. Well, we're done for the day in total. Yeah. And we still got 46%. I wish they could add bushels into the game instead of liters as an option. They made it so, which it's really nice now that you can do this. When you click on a field, it shows how many acres it is, which I think that's pretty cool. But they should make bushels into the game as a unit. That'd be pretty cool to see too. I know there's mods out there, but that's PC. But if it was in base game, that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, Sense of Giants is because I know they're part with AGCO, like they have licensable AGCO tractors in the base game. Wouldn't it be cool to have a Gleaner combine in the future in the next FS game? That'd be pretty cool. Like your first combine's an old Gleaner. That'd be pretty cool. Or an old John Deere. But it would have to have the European and US model, which I only think they make Gleaners in the US. But every time a modder makes an old John Deere combine, like from the 80s, it's always a South American combine. I don't get why modders will never make, for like all platforms, in crossplay, an old John Deere combine that's a US combine. It's never on modders' minds. Seems like the modders always make the same exact tractors from previous games. I mean, 22 we had new stuff, but it's just transferred over for the past next couple of games. But we are on our last lap right now. We're almost done right now. Give it a couple more seconds. My auto steering on, but that's fine. It ain't that big of a thing. We are done. Well, guys, that's probably going to be the video for today. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.